fans, of course, great to have you all here with us tonight for this night number 2 of the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. So glad you could join us. Incredible night of racing here last night. One of the best races in the 51-year history of this track last night, as in the sprint car feature, Aaron Willison defeated Tyson Cron and Troy Globe in what I described as an instant classic. The midgets, the Dwarf Cars, also great racing. We look forward to more of it tonight. However, with weather unfortunately an issue, we just like 2 years ago, we are in extreme hurry-up mode. We've got about a 2.5-hour window or so, it looks like. And we're going to do everything we can to get this show in. We're going to have changes to the agenda. We have to when weather is an issue. We're going to have hot laps. We're going to have national anthems. And then right after that, we're going to get into a couple of quick laps. Jeff Kennedy in the Big Jim Tribute 95 car. And then Aaron Willison, your winner here last night, will bring his winged 360 sprint car onto the track, and he will attempt to set a new all-time Agassiz Speedway track record. That won't take very long, trust me. And then we're getting right into the main events. 30 laps the distance for all 3 classes. We will start with the sprint cars tonight. Sprint cars will be up first. Dwarf cars and midgets in that order. So again, hot laps set to get underway. One session for each class, then national anthems, opening ceremonies, Jeff Kennedy, Aaron Willison, and then right into the feature races, because that's what you paid to see. So, after one of the hottest, driest summers in BC history, it's unfortunate we're up against Mother Nature here tonight, but we are bound and determined to get it in. If you remember 2 years ago, Sidewinder, 2 years ago, we were in this almost exact same scenario, if I can use that word, Jack. Scenario, that's an S-C-E-N-A-R-I-O. We started at 7, we finished at, it started before 7, and we're gonna get it done. 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. Concession stands are open. No lineup. All your Agassiz favorites. Hamburgers, hot dogs, smokies, onion rings, French fries, ice cold drinks, coffee as well. Souvenir booth, open. Limited number of Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. Commemorative t-shirts left. Very limited number. And all your Agassiz souvenirs, cold drinks, candy, popcorn, and ice cream available at the souvenir booth as well. Attention in the pit area, gentlemen, line up for hot laps. Attention in the pit area, we are in hurry up mode tonight. Line up for your hot laps ASAP or we will leave without you. Speedmart in Burlington, Washington, Joe's Racing Products in Everett, and Shane Harding at Harding Motorsports Supply. Thank you, guys. Patty Bennett Trophies, Jiffy Lube of Chilliwack, the Willison family, the Klatt and Franklin families, Doug Roots and Travis Roots and Kenny Roots and Kathy Roots at Roots Racing. Darren and Tank finish line photos. Thank you, Terry. Well, fans, here he is. Your winner last night without the wing. And that is the first time with fans in the stands there's ever been a wing sprint car here at Agassiz. Tested a few times, not in this car, but in the family Willison 14. But this is the first time with you great fans of Agassiz Speedway in attendance there has ever been a wing sprint car here. He was a midget mini stock champion here. And some people thought maybe he was just reaching for the stars a little too much. He went out and bought a sprint car along with his friends. Said, you know, you're racing against millionaires down in the States that have been doing this for a long time. Don't know if you'll be able to compete. They tested and tuned and learned the first year or two, but it didn't take him very long. When in the family car, before he started racing for the famous Randall brothers out of Victoria, Aaron Willison won the Rory Price Memorial Race at Evergreen Speedway. Then he won it again the next year in this car. He's now a 3-time NSRA Series champion and a 2-time Daffodil Cup champion. And it all started right at Agassiz Speedway for the second generation driver whose father, Dave, Dave Willison, of course. And here's Tyson Cross getting pushed off right now. How about it again for these two guys? What a show last night. Bump McKay, who's been here since the opening of this track in 1971, with tears in his eyes last night, said to me, Fred, that's the best race I have ever seen here. And he's been here since the 1971, 51 years, and he called it the best race ever in track history. How sweet it is. Also want to thank Finish Line Traffic Markings, Daryl Porrico, the Rory Price Memorial Race, and Vancouver Giants Hockey. We have a prize giveaway of 4 tickets, food for all 4 of you, and $10 in gas to a game of your choice this season at the Langley Event Center. We'll give that away later tonight. Home opener for the Giants, Friday, October 8th. We thank our good friends Ron Toigo and Dale Sipe and everyone at the Giants and all our other great sponsors, proud sponsors of this, the 5th annual Fred Rannard Sr. Open Wheel Classic. Of course, we say hello to all of you in attendance watching live here at the Agassiz Speedway in person. We also say hello to all of you tuning in all around the world on the Agassiz Speedway YouTube channel. We know a lot of you watching last night, friends and family members that couldn't be with us here, watching that instant classic last evening. Hot lap sessions coming up again. Concessions and souvenir booth open. Limited sizes left of Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic team. Hello, Ron Fell. Aaron Fell's parents watching in Mexico. Ron, your son, again, a nice run last night. And the win in the mini sprint up in Edmonton last week. One of 3 former Deming Speedway champions in action here tonight. Aaron Fell, Tyson Cross, and Levi Klatz. And we say hello to all of our American friends, of course, whether you're from Deming Speedway, the West Coast Vintage Racers in Spokane or Portland, Oregon, the Northwest Focus Midget Series in the Seattle area, or any of our Washington Dwarf Car friends that could not be here with us. We know you are here in spirit with us, and we want you back here next year. Gosh darn it, you better be able to get here next year. Again, watching, we know we have people watching BC, Alberta, Washington, Oregon, California, Mexico. Remember, it's the YouTube channel, Agassiz Speedway YouTube channel, not Facebook or Twitter or TikTok. YouTube. All right, getting set, 4 hot laps, sprint car action coming up. Al Sylvester, Lori Gordon in the house. Is it official? Is official? Congratulations. Congratulations. After how many years? 30 plus? They finally tied the knot. How about it for Al Sylvester and Lori Gordon? Yes, two of our great friends from the PNE days. Along with, oh goodness, it's a long list. Sean Edwards up on the flag stand. Yes, he's giving you guys the thumbs up. Karen Wilkie's down in the pits, of course. Angelo Galli, Travis, and Glenn George, and go down the list of so many of our friends from the PNE days, now associated with Agassiz Speedway. Okay, first session up, it'll be the Dwarf Cars. We've got them from the Okanagan, Victoria, here last night. Tyler Peters, hoping he's got his bad luck all behind him in the number 9 car, the Nanaimo driver, and the 47, the only Vancouver area driver in the Dwarf Cars this weekend from Surrey, Daryl Hyland. Of course, for all the latest news and information on Agassiz Speedway, go to AgassizSpeedway.com. Like us on Facebook. Again, AgassizSpeedway.com, the Agassiz Speedway Facebook page, and of course, Leslie McKellar's Agassiz Speedway fan Facebook page. For all the latest news and information, race fans, this weekend we kick off a very busy month of September. 4 races last night and tonight. We're back at it again next Saturday night, the 18th, and then championship night on the 25th. Here come the midgets. moments ago. We're congratulating Al and Lori and talking about all our great friends from the P&E. And a few minutes later, Glenn, Travis, and Kim, George walk in. Chelsea O'Reilly as well. Have we recovered yet from 2 weeks ago? That's the question. We had a lot of fun on the track. We had at least as much fun off the track after. Kim, I need the recipe for that lasagna. Thank you, Kim, and all of the Georges and O'Reillys for outstanding post-game shenanigans, I'll call it, Jack. I'll just let your imagination run wild. Post-game shenanigans 2 weeks ago. Yes, John O'Reilly would have been proud. He would have been, he was proud. He is proud. Just like my dad, our dad, my brother Rob, here with me, of course, all weekend long. And Dad enjoying every single moment of this weekend's racing activity. Race fans, we know it's the dedicated die-hard fans here. We know we got a lot of other sports fans here as well. Our biggest prize that we will give away all weekend, you know what? We might not have a break the rest of the way, and I'm going to give it away right now, okay? Now sit tight if you're a hockey fan. This is a prize package from Ron Toigo and Dale Sipe and all our friends of the Vancouver Giants. 4 tickets to any game this season of your choice, and that would be enough of itself. It also includes food for all 4 of you. You know what? They're even going to throw $10 in gas to help you get to the game as well. Vancouver Giants opening night, October 8th, but you can use this certificate to any game. So trivia time for a chance to win this prize package. The first one up here that can tell me the names of the 2 former NHL stars that once were former owners, once were former co-owners of the Vancouver Giants. The former 2 NHL star players that once were part owners of the Vancouver Giants. First one up here, you will win that great prize package from the Vancouver Giants opening night, October 8th at the Langley Event Center. Come on now. See a couple of people walking. Oh, now I got one running. Sprint cars set to go for their first session of practice laps. Tyson Cross, as we said, the 83, second last night. He's won 3 out of the last 5 sprint car races here in the 83 car. Come on in here, young man. Do you know the answer?
Gordie Howe, Pat Quinn.
You got it, buddy. The legendary Gordie Howe and one of the legendary coaches and general managers and players, Gordie Howe and Pat Quinn. What's your name? Where are you from?
Liam, I'm from Maple Ridge.
All right, Liam, congratulations. Any idea who the 3 other people that are going to go to that game with you?
I don't know yet. Maybe probably my dad, my mom.
That'd be pretty good. What do you think of this racing here this weekend?
Pretty cool. I like it.
Congratulations to Liam from Maple Ridge, Gordie Howe, and Pat Quinn. course, we mentioned Aaron Willison, the winner last night in the Rendell Brothers Racing 14 car, the car out of Victoria. The driver out of Langley, Tyson Cross, second in that 83 car last night. Yet he's won 3 out of the last 5 races here for the sprint car, swept both nights here 2 years ago. And Troy Globe in his first night in the sprint car, the W5, third place last night, 4 hot laps. Don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets. 50-50 tickets. Michelle and Doug right in front of us. We mentioned Troy Globe, the 2-time Agassiz midget champ. Always wanted to get into a sprint car. Did it for the first time last night. Finished 3rd. Also won the midget race. What a night. The number 11 car, there is Bill Lawrence out of Kelowna. Car number 11, Bill Lawrence. Brent Johnson, the 12 out of Victoria. Murray Jones. Murray Jones out of Chilliwack in the 17. I believe that should do it. 4 hot laps. Again, Murray Jones in the 17 car. The guy that has won here in almost every class of car we've ever raced. Murray Jones back in a sprint car for the first time in 2 years. The number 17, the car out of Kamloops, the Al Levine entry. The 1985 Tognati. Murray out of Chilliwack, still races in the street stocks. Car number 17. The number 12 car, that was Brent Johnson out of Victoria in his 1987 Gambler. First time ever racing anything. Was here last night. Said he never even raced a go-kart before. How about that? How about that for jumping right into the deep end with both feet? Brent Johnson in one of the two Larry Johnson-owned cars. Here, of course, Jerry Van Trite, the legend, in the 49. And also out there in that last session, car number 11, Bill Lawrence. If you've been around a while like I have, you'll remember him from the Langley Speedway days. He raced modified stocks, the familiar blue number 1 car. A many-time winner at Langley in the 1970s and went on to race in the NASCAR Northwest Tour. And he has adapted quickly to sprint car racing, winning a couple races 2 years ago. Both in Idaho with West Coast Vintage Racers. Bill in his 1987 Stanton car unfortunately didn't get to race the main event last night. They had problems, so he was just getting pushed off onto the racetrack. But he is ready to go tonight along with his brother, Pat Lawrence, in the 15 car. The brothers, Bill and Pat Lawrence, the 11 and the 15. Bill out of Kelowna, Pat from the beautiful community of Karameas. Bill in the 87 Stanton, Pat in the 1985 Gambler. Dave Balkwell, we're looking for you. Dave Balkwell, to the tower, please. Special hello again to all of you here tonight. Our special VIP guest, Robert Hunter, longtime photographer. All of our great photographers here. Leslie McKellar, former Agassiz photographer. Jim Willison, our current photographer. Terry Temperton, finish line photos. Welcome Brian Pratt, the Vice President to the Greater Vancouver Motorsport Pioneers Society. Doug Roots in the house again with us tonight. Father Ken, Doug's in the pits, helping push the sprint cars. Ken watching the grandstands. Again, nice to see Brian Ridgway and son Mike. Welcome back, guys. So great to see so many familiar faces. We go back a lot of years with the Ridgways to Langley and all those years in Skagit when both my dad and Brian, I believe in back-to-back years, won the Skagit Speedway Outstanding Service Award. Yes, Dad was upstairs in the booth with myself and Chet Corey, public relations duties, and Brian in his familiar spot down in turn number 1, making sure all the cars were lined up properly. Ah, yes, so many great memories. Also want to welcome a couple of first-time visitors to Agassiz Speedway here tonight. And they are here to watch Jeff Kennedy in the 95K Big Jim tribute car. We welcome the owners of Valley Countertops in Abbotsford, Anthony and Sharon McGillivray. Welcome to Agassiz Speedway. We hope to see you back here many times in the future. I know you're going to enjoy tonight's racing action. Again, Michelle and Doug. 50-50 tickets on sale right now. There they are, right in front of us. Again, congratulations to Liam from Maple Ridge. He won the Vancouver Giants prize package, and you know what? He says he's going to take his sister and his mom and dad to a Giants game at Langley Event Center this year. And again, he's pushing off. He came up here and told us, so you might not have heard, the roar of the engines. The legends, 2 legends in NHL hockey history. Gordie Howe and Pat Quinn, both unfortunately no longer with us, were once co-owners along with Ron Toigo and Michael Bublé, the Vancouver Giants that used to play out of the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver. Number of years ago, relocating to the gorgeous Langley Events Center. And again, I'm just so honored and privileged to have got to know those 2 legends, Gordie Howe and Pat Quinn, just a little bit with my involvement with the Giants. Leslie McCullough again, welcome back to Agassiz Speedway. How about a hand for Leslie? There she is. Our longtime photographer here, her and husband Bob, moving to Peachland a couple of years ago. Leslie, so great to have you back, and nice to be able for you to join me and my brother for breakfast this morning in beautiful downtown Harrison Hot Springs before we took a walk on the beach. You know, even on a cloudy, cool day, it's still just gorgeous. As we always say, people, whether you've been here before or not, come on out here, spend a day at the beach, and then 5, 6 o'clock, come on up here to the Speedway. Again, race fans, the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Classic is brought to you by Brian's Auto Glass in Abbotsford, by Bulldog & Sons Transport in Chilliwack, by Leslie McKellar Photography in Peachland, Tron Fabrication in Langley, Terry Price Racing. We thank our contingency sponsors, Star West Petroleum, Speed Mart in Burlington, Washington, Joe's Racing Products in Everett, Washington, Harding Motorsports Supply in Langley, and all our other great contributors, proud sponsors of the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. Time for the pit meeting, national anthems, and opening ceremonies coming right up. Again, Dave Balkwell to the tower, please. Dave to the tower. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Agassiz Speedway for this race number 7 of the 2021 season. Yes, it's night number 2 of the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. Once again, we've got sprint cars, dwarf cars, and midgets, and if it's anything like the action we saw here last night, it should be another thrilling evening's entertainment. But first, we ask you all to please rise and remove your hats. And on this, the 20th anniversary of the September 11th tragedies of 2001, we ask you to please join us for a moment of silence as we remember all of those who lost their lives 20 years ago today. Thank you all so much. Please remain standing and join Dave Balkwell in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner and O Canada.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Dave Balkwell, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much, Dave, as we said on this very emotional day, 20 years, as we said, since the September 11th tragedies of 2001. And again, gosh darn it, for the second year in a row, we have to race the Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic without our American friends, but we know they are here in spirit. We know a lot of them are watching the broadcast live on the Agassiz Speedway YouTube channel. And for anybody out there that couldn't be with us here that's watching, we're glad you're tuning in. And Dave, of course, we thank all the dedicated diehard fans for being here in person. We're in hurry-up mode tonight, but we're going to get this in, and it's going to be another great night. As Bunk McKay said, he said, the greatest race in Agassiz Speedway here, racing history here last night, with Aaron Willison winning over Tyson Cross and Troy Globe in what I called an instant classic. What a race. I still can't believe what we saw last night.
Yeah, those were three of the young bucks, the guys that are second-generation drivers, and they're proving that they can do the job. And so we're looking forward to tonight. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe somebody else will shine. But, yeah, that certainly was a thriller last night, and we can only hope for the same kind of action tonight.
Again, hard to believe it's already the 5th annual race for my father, my brother and I's father, Fred, who passed away 6 years ago. This past Thursday, and Dave, we know we all go back to the Langley Speedway days, including yourself, and so many great memories through the years, and nice to be making new memories here at Agassiz. Thanks always for being here and singing so well, but especially thankful for having you here this weekend singing both anthems for us. Thank you.
It's been great. My pleasure to do it. Thank you.
Once again, let's hear it for Dave Balkwell, folks. So again, in hurry-up mode, no dashes, no heat races. We will go into 30-lap main events for the sprint cars first, the midgets second, and the dwarf cars third. But before we do that, we have got a couple of special laps to be performed. The first ones will be by the 95K sprint car of the one and only Jeff Kennedy, the 64-year-old from Coquitlam, who is battling hard against the gosh darn cancer. He's been in and out of hospital for 39 straight days. The doctor said you can't race. But as Jeff said, they didn't say I couldn't time in. They didn't say I couldn't hot lap. So he will be coming out in that gorgeous big Jim tribute car, the 1978 Stanton, powered by a 360 in memory of Jeff's dad, who lived to the age of 95. Big thanks to everyone that helped with that car. Dean Warmerdam, Ray Carter, Bob Kennedy, Dave Dowler, Dave Balkwell, Ron Michaud, Jerry Day, Ralph Monet. And in memory, of course, of Jeff's dad, brother Reg, Linda, and Roberta. And a big thank you to his sponsors, Inland Kenworth, Dominion Lending Centers, Valley Countertops, and Silestone, my cousin Tino. And Aaron Willison, your main event winner last night in the non-wing sprint cars, will come out in the winged 360 sprint car, the first time with spectators in the grandstands that we've ever had a winged sprint car here at Agassiz Speedway, and he will attempt to set a new all-time track record. The midgets, WMRA, Tony Seidelman, 12.837 in the midget, and in a winged mini sprint, Travis Roots, about 20 years ago, turned 12.500 according to his dad, Doug. Aaron Willison telling us last night, when he has practiced here before with no fans here in the winged sprint car, in the family car, not this car, he got into the mid-11s. He thinks on a cloudy, cool night, he may be able to get into the 10. So it'll be an historic moment, moments from now, as your former Agassiz Speedway mini stock and midget champion, who is now one of the best pavement sprint car drivers in all of North America, a 3-time NSRA champion, a 2-time Rory Price Memorial champ. Three times an NSRA champ, and we've said 2-time Rory Price Memorial and Daffodil Cup champ. But first, it's Jeff Kennedy. Again, Jeff Kennedy in a 1978 Stanton, upgraded in a big way in 2020 by Dean Warmerdam and all those other great guys. Again, Jeff Kennedy out of Coquitlam. His dad lived to be 95. That's why the car is 95, the K for Kennedy. His older brother, Reg, was one of the great late model stock car drivers in Western Canada, 70s and 80s. Listen to the rumble. Listen to the roar. Jeff Kennedy. As I've said many times, folks, it's not just the sights, but it's the sounds of our great sport. 360 cubic inches. Listen. "64 years young, from Coquitlam. Practiced here Thursday, drove home, went to hospital yesterday morning, came back last night, competed, drove home last night, went to the hospital this morning, and then back here today to perform for us tonight. Again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from Coquitlam, the 95K, the one, the only, Jeff Kennedy in the Big Jim tribute car in memory of Jeff's late father, who lived to the age of 95. The K, of course, for Kennedy. And of course, also in memory of brother Reg, Linda, and Roberta.
Hang on. You can let the air know first, then I'll let you out. Okay? Okay, no problem.
Prior to Aaron Willison, this is Jerry Van Trite. Had some throttle issues earlier during hot laps. Jerry's first time back behind the wheel in 17 years. Used to race with the Washington Racing Association, Camera, USAC, and the NSRA. First race back in 17 years. It's a 1970 Stanton with a 360. This is the 35th different track he has raced on in his storied career. 6 different states and 2 Canadian provinces. Member of that great racing Van Trite family out of Victoria. All right, folks, coming up next, attempting to set an all-time Agassiz Speedway track record. The car is also from Victoria. The driver from Langley, 33-year-old Aaron Willison, a former Agassiz mini stock and 2-time midget champion, and as we said, has graduated from Agassiz and is now one of the top pavement sprint car drivers in all of North America, and really in all of the world for that matter. A 3-time NSRA champion, a 2-time Rory Price Memorial champ, and as of a couple of weeks ago, a 2-time Daffodil Cup champion in Victoria. Race fans, he thinks he can skip right through the 11s and get into the 10s. What about it? Are we ready for this? Aaron Willison. Here we go. Brand new Mark Hewson built Shark Racing engine. Let's watch. (11.865) on the first lap. 11.865. And that is a new all-time track record. (11.359). (11.362). Faster, 11.278. Smoke in that right rear. (11.349). (11.5). (11.4). Look at him go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, after 10 laps, 1.3 seconds faster than the old mark, Aaron Willison. 12.837 for Tony Seidelman in a midget, 12.501 for Travis Roots in a winged mini sprint. The new all-time Agassiz mark is an 11.278 in the Rendell Brothers Racing Tri-X Group, the Cake Restaurant Bars, Taylor Custom Metalcraft, Shark Racing Engines Beast. For the second generation superstar whose father Dave used to race here, and Skagit, and Langley. Mom Terry, of course, always here. Wife Brittany, daughter Audrey, another one of those great racing families. An historic night here at Agassiz. And oh, by the way, that car he was just in was once driven by both Casey Kane and Billy Boat. All right, folks, main events coming up. Again, we are in hurry-up mode. It will be sprint cars, midgets, and dwarf cars in that order. 30 laps, the scheduled distance. Each main event lineups the same as last night. Again, folks, a very busy month of September. These are the first 2 races of September here at Agassiz Speedway. We are right back at it again next Saturday night, September the 18th, with a 4-division program of street stocks, mini stocks, Hornets, and midgets, and then championship night 2 weeks from tonight, the 25th, a very rare 5-division Agassiz program, which will include late model stock cars, street stocks, mini stocks, Hornets, and midgets. So again, next week and 2 weeks from tonight, championship night. Gates open at 4:30, qualifying 5:30, racing at 6:30. Again, the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic is brought to you by Brian's Auto Glass in Abbotsford, by Bulldog & Sons Transport in Chilliwack, by Leslie McKellar Photography of Beachland, Tron Fabrication of Langley, Terry Price Racing, Star West Petroleum. We welcome them on board as a new sponsor for this race and for the racetrack. Speed Mart, Joe's Racing Products, Harding Motorsports Supply, all proud sponsors of Dad's Race. Again, here's Bill Lawrence. He received the Speed Mart Hard Luck Award last night. Problems as he was getting pushed off for the main event, didn't get to start the race. And unfortunately for him, he also won that award last year when he blew an engine in his car practicing on Thursday and had to hop into Brother Pat's car on the next night. Also want to thank Patty Bennett Trophies, Jiffy Lube of Chilliwack, the Willison family, the Franklin and Clant families, Roots Racing, Darren and Tank Chorney, Chris Timer, Deming Speedway, Sean and the Dirt Podcast, Van City Race Designs for those gorgeous t-shirts, finish line photos, finish line traffic markings, Daryl Porenko, the Rory Price Memorial Race, and Vancouver Giants Hockey, all proud sponsors of the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. Again, concession stands open, not much of a lineup there. Souvenir booth open, still a few commemorative event t-shirts left, as well as hats, toys for the kids, etc. "30 laps the distance, sprint cars, midgets, and dwarf cars," and you know what? I'm going to start the introductions right now. 30 laps for the sprints. On the pole will be the 12J in a 1987 Gambler. First night in a sprint car here last night from Victoria. Welcome Brent Johnson. Car number 15. In a 1985 Gambler, the 69-year-old from the beautiful town of Caramias, Pat Lawrence. Car number 9, member of another great racing family. He drives a 1996 Gambler, 62 years young, from Langley, not Marty White, his younger brother, Johnny White. Car number 9. In the number 94 car, just his 3rd night ever in a sprint car, won his heat race last night, drives a 1989 J&J out of beautiful Williams Lake. It's Corey Price. The number 16 machine. There he is right there. It's a 1990 Tognati out of Kamloops, Dale Nicety. The 49, we saw him out there moments ago in a 1970 Stanton car. 67 years young, from Victoria, it's Jerry Ventrite. Car number 17. Still races a street stock here. Still your Hornet track record holder. First time back in a sprint car in 2 years. It's a 1985 Tognati. The car is out of Kamloops. The driver from Chilliwack. The 17 is Murray Jones. Car number 11. Again, used to race and win in modified stocks at Langley Speedway. Went on to race with the NASCAR Northwest Tour, originally from Aldergrove, now calling Kelowna home. The 11, he is the great Bill Lawrence. Car number 83, second last night to Willison. He swept both nights of the Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic 2 years ago for the 2-time Deming Speedway champion from Langley, Tyson Cross. And the 9N, the winner here 1 year ago on the Saturday night for the former Westcar late model champion out of Caledon, BC, Matt Stevenson. The W5, third last night in his first night in a sprint car for the 2-time Agassiz midget champ, the two-time Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic Midget Champ. The car is out of Kamloops. The driver from Agassiz, we call him worldwide, Troy Globe in the W5. Your second quick qualifier last night in the 82 car. He's raced dirt, he's raced pavement, late models, midgets, and this weekend sprint cars. 62 years young from Langley, the 82 is Ray Jones. Ray Jones in the 2001 Lejeune entry. Globe in the W5 if you're scoring with us in a 1995 Lejeune. And bringing up the rear, the guy that just set the all-time Agassiz track record in the wing sprint car, your winner here last night, the former Agassiz mini stock and two-time midget champion, three-time NSRA champion, the car out of Victoria, the driver from Langley, the second generation superstar, 33-year-old Aaron Willison. Well, of course, race fans, unfortunately, you can feel a few sprinkles. But if it doesn't get any worse than this, I think we can still turn them loose. But of course, with these high-powered racing machines on these slick tires with no tread, you have to be very, very careful before you turn them loose for real. So again, we'll just wait and see. The drivers kind of give thumbs up or thumbs down if they think they can make it work. Looks like most of them are giving the thumbs up right now. Bill Lawrence to the pit area in the 11 car as we get set for 30 laps. Let them hear ya. As they get the 1 to go signal, traffic lights are turned off around the Agassiz Speedway. It's time to batten down the hatches. Somebody quickly lock the door. Things are going to get wild. Pat Lawrence, Dale Neisty, front row. Here we go. It'll be Pat Lawrence to the early lead ahead of Van Trite. 3 wide as we look to complete lap number 1. We're officially underway. Pat Lawrence, Jerry Van Trite, Matt Stevenson, your top 3 early. Again, you can watch the laps count down on the scoreboard. See the top 6 running order. Stevenson, the winner here Saturday a year ago, looking to the high side. Van Trite may have beat him to the punch. Stevenson looks low as they chase the 15 of Lawrence. Cross up to 4th, Willison to 6th. Tyson Cross on the high side of the racetrack. Lawrence drifts high, he rolls out the red carpet, and Matt Stevenson and Tyson Cross take full advantage of the situation. Your 2 winners here last year, run 1-2. Cross won last year on Friday, Stevenson won last year on Saturday. Look at them go. As we complete lap number 6, Willison now to 3rd, Willison to 3rd. These were your top 3 most of the night last night. 3 wide on the backstretch. Stevenson leading Cross. Cross looking low off of 4. NHRA style down the front straightaway. It's a dead heat. 8 laps in the books. Lead change. Tyson Cross to P1. Cross, Stevenson, and now Willison. It's go time. The 3 most recent winners of a sprint car race here at Agassiz, right here, right now. 10 laps complete, 20 to go. Willison underneath Stevenson to 2nd. Now it's your top 2 from last night, running 1-2, just in reverse order. No traffic for a little bit. Cross, Willison, Stevenson. Troy Globe is 4th. Ray Jones runs 5th. Ahead of Jones, Lawrence, Van Trite, Neisty, and Johnson. Your unofficial top 10. Traffic coming up. Tyson Cross, what you gonna do when lap traffic comes to you? Cross low, Willison high. Traffic now a factor, and Willison to the lead in traffic. Threading the needle between the lap cars. Aaron Willison, your new race leader. Cross 2nd, Stevenson 3rd. Troy Globe, another great run, running 4th. Ray Jones is 5th. Murray Jones, no relation. Van Trite, Lawrence, nice seeing Jensen. Halfway home in this one. Willison, like Cross 2 years ago, trying to sweep the weekend. He's got 10, 15 car lengths on Cross. He's got 3 or 4 on third place Stevenson. And just like a fisherman on the Fraser River, Troy Globe reeling them in. Looking for another podium finish tonight. Globe is 4th. Ray Jones, second quick. Last night is 5th. Next time by, it'll be 20 complete. 10 laps to go. Again, so smooth in traffic as Willison. No problem. Around a couple of lap cars. 10 laps to go. Cross still second, Stevenson third, Globe is 4th. Second, third, and 4th within 5 car lengths of one another. Ray Jones, late models, midgets, and now sprint cars, still running a solid 5th. For the guy famous for the bowler hat, raced in the 1980 Oregon Carpenter Stage late model dirt race at the old Medford Raceway. .23 complete, 7 laps to go. The potent Rendell Brothers Racing 14 car, bobbing and weaving, shucking and jiving his way in and out of traffic. Oh, a little contact between Globe and Stevenson. Globe takes third. Troy Globe now third. So your top 3 now are the same as they were at the finish last night. Willison, Cross, and Globe. With 5 laps to go now. Aaron has got the Rendell Brothers 14 on cruise control. Couple more lappers and he should be good to go now with 3 to go. 3 laps to go for the 33-year-old. Formerly out of Surrey, now calling South Langley home. Just a stone's throw from the old Langley Speedway where his dad used to race. 2 to go as Darrell reaches for the white flag. Still Cross second. Still Globe third. Stevenson and Jones. White flag, 1 lap to go. The orange, black and white 14. Watch him head down the backstretch for the final time. Into 3 and off of 4, sweeping the weekend. Aaron Willison with a fist pump, deservedly so. Tyson Cross second for the second night in a row. Troy Globe third for the second night in a row. Matt Stevenson 4th. Ray Jones 5th. Murray Jones, Jerry Van Trite, Dale Neisty, Pat Lawrence, and Brent Johnson. Your top 10, Johnny White, Corey Price, Bill Lawrence. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, superstars of sprint car racing. Even with moisture falling from the sky, which made it even more challenging to manhandle these racing machines, we went non-stop 30 laps in 6 minutes and 42 seconds. How about it for those guys? Wow. Wow. An instant classic last night with Willison over Cross and Globe, and non-stop tonight in a little over 6.5 minutes. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Not only your winner 2 nights in a row, the same guy, your top 3 2 nights in a row, Willison, Cross, and Troy Globe. Of course, we'll do all the trophies at the end. And right now, Troy Globe jumps out of the W5 sprint car, and he's buckling in to his number 11 midget. The midgets are next. Wow. As I said, folks, anytime you can go 30 laps nonstop under ideal conditions, that is something very special. But to do it, as we said, with a little moisture on the track with these slick tires with no tread, oh my goodness. These guys are talented. Your midget lineup looks like this. On the pole, the 9A, the two-time Agassiz Mini Stock champion out of Langley, Jeremiah Franklin. The 37 car, 67 years young, from Delta, that's quick, Rick McKinney. Car number 19 out of Abbotsford, former Rookie of the Year. Welcome back, Super Matt Glenn, the 19. Car number 38, 64 years of age. Used to race hobby stocks here in the 80s and the 90s from right here in Agassiz. Welcome back, Al Stanley in the 38. Car number 15, a mini sprint winner in Edmonton, Alberta 1 week ago tonight for the former Deming Speedway Clay Cup champ and a three-time season champ in the 1200 division. Out of Abbotsford with his parents watching online from Mexico, it's Aaron Fell. The 9S. The winner here last year on the Friday night. He ran second here last night for the former Agassiz champion from Abbotsford, Sawyer Lind. Happy birthday to Sawyer Lind, 25 years old tomorrow. The number 77 car, a winner on the dirt at the Pemberton Speedway 3 weeks ago in his micro sprint. 1 year ago tonight, his first race at Agassiz Speedway ever, he finished second to Troy Globe. How impressive was that? He finished third here last night for the former Deming champion, second at Clay Cup a couple of years back. Out of Langley, Leadfoot, Levi, Platt. The 03 gets faster every time we see him. One of the many graduates of the Langley Quarter Midget Association from Chilliwack, the best appearing car in the midget class this weekend. It's Brady Rogers. And car number 11, your winner last night, third place in the sprint car race tonight and last night. For the two-time defending Agassiz champion, two-time defending Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic Midget champ, a perfect 5 for 5 in the midget here this year. Used to live in Abbotsford, still works in Abbotsford for Brian's Auto Glass, that's Dad's company. Now a proud resident of Agassiz. We call him worldwide Troy Globe. Troy Globe in the 11. And car number 27 electing to start at the back. Rookie driver this year with his parents and his brother watching from Calgary, Alberta. Not to be confused with the famous rock and roll musician with the same name out of Chilliwack, Johnny Ramone. Johnny Ramone in the 2-7 car. How many remember the Ramones? Travis, Chelsea, Ramones? Kinda, sorta, maybe. The Mighty Midgets, here they come. Again, 30 laps. As we said, Troy Globe hops out of the sprint car after a third place finish and into the midget. Trying to sweep the weekend and trying to stay perfect this year. He's 5 for 5 coming into this. The Dwarf Cars waiting in the wings as we wrap up second and final night, 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. So glad you could join us either here in person or watch it online, the Agassiz Speedway YouTube channel. Don't forget, we race again next Saturday, 4-division program, 2 weeks tonight, 5 classes on championship night. The Mighty Midgets, folks, make some noise. Fully inverted fast cars at the back. Nine cars, 30 laps. Just like the man Love said on that Seinfeld episode, yes, it's go time. It's go time. Let's watch. Jeremiah Franklin in his 1200 dirt mini sprint. It's amazing what he's been able to do with this car that was made to race on dirt tracks. Sawyer Lind, who raced a dirt midget to the win here last year on Friday, now in a pavement midget, takes the lead. Sawyer Lind, Abbotsford, Jeremiah Franklin, Langley, they run 1 to 2. Troy Globe now up to 3rd. He always pulled at 11. Aaron Fell running 4th. In the 15 car, Brady Rogers right there, 0-3. Knocking on the door like a kid at Halloween. 5 laps complete. 5 complete. On way to go. Globe underneath Franklin into second. Shout out to our good friend Sean Holmberg, Sean of the Dirt Racing Podcast. Watching at home from Everett, Washington. Probably got like 10 races going on tonight on the big screen, the laptop, his phone. Chico Gold Cup, USAC, Houston, South Dakota, Tuscarora 50 in Pennsylvania. Youngster just dropped a couple of French fries. Running back to his seat. Keep you up to date on all the important information. Your leaders down the backstretch is still Sawyer Lind, 10 car lengths over Troy Globe. That's the way they finished here last year on Friday. Sawyer, who turns 25 tomorrow, would like to do it again. Yellow flag, our first yellow flag of the night. Quick Rick McKinney spinning in turn number 1 after 8 laps. So we went 38 non-stop laps between the sprint cars and the midgets. Last call for 50-50. Last call. Michelle and Doug down in extreme seating. Last call. And no lineup at the concession stand right now. Gotta try those Agassiz Speedway onion rings. They got just a couple of double XLs, t-shirts left for sale at the souvenir booth. Yeah, as we said, very busy racing weekend all around North America as the season kind of winds down. We mentioned World of Outlaws, Gold Cup, Chico, California, USAC's non-wing sprint cars and midgets, Houston Speedway, South Dakota, $20,000 to win each this weekend. Tuscarora 50, Port Royal Speedway in Pennsylvania, $54,000 to win tonight. The World 100, the second one this week at Eldora tonight, another $54,000. And NASCAR at Richmond, Virginia tonight. Lineup is good. 8 laps complete, 21 to go, 22 to go. Sawyer Lind leading Troy Globe. That's the way they finished last year on Friday. Aaron Fell runs 3rd. Levi Klein is 4th. Brady Rogers, Jeremiah Franklin, Johnny Ramone, McKinney, and Glenn. Elbows up, hammer down, gentlemen. As we said, the birthday boy tomorrow, Tom Sawyer, Sawyer Lynn, Abbotsford, Troy Globe. He used to live in Abbotsford, now Agassiz, locked to his rear dirt barn. Eli Plant, third. Again, that's your top three from last night. It's not quite in the same order. Aaron Bell, Brady Rogers. 11 complete, 19 to go. Race for the lead. Lynn, just a couple of races under his belt with his pavement midget. As we said, he drove his dirt midget here last year. He drifts high coming off a four. Globe will look to take advantage of the situation. Can't do it that time. Coming up on halfway down the backstretch. 3 wide around Ramon. Globe low. Lynn high. Lead change. Troy Globe, your new leader, 1 lap away from halfway. And we are halfway through this one. 15 down, 15 to go. Second of 3 feature races here this weekend. Leaders almost out of traffic as they go low around Quick Break McKinney. Globe and Lynn have clear sailing for a little while. Leadfoot Levi Platt, the 17-year-old, trying to catch him. A solid third. So again, your top 3 identical to the way they finished last night. Same as the sprint cars. You know, the cream always seems to rise to the top. It's no coincidence that these things happen this way. It will be 10 laps to go next time by. Your top 3 separated by about a total of 15 car lengths with traffic blooming for Globe. 10 laps to go. 10 to go. Globe, Lind, Platt, Rogers, and Bell. In that order. Globe into some traffic through 3 and 4. With 8 to go. Underneath Franklin, again, clear sailing for your leader for a little while. With now 23 in the books. 23 in the books, 7 laps remaining. Troy Globe, as we said, perfect this year, 5 for 5. Trying to make it 6 for 6. And for the second time in 3 years, looking to sweep that weekend. 5 laps to go. We're watching the race for second now. The race for second between Lind, who will turn 25 tomorrow, and 17-year-old Levi Platt. Again, Platt in his dirt midget, more upright, shorter wheelbase than the Globe and Lind pavement cars. Platt is right there. But as we say, it's one thing to catch him, it's another thing to pass him. 27 complete. That familiar red, white, and black 11 car crosses the stripe. Still Lind, still Platt, Rogers and Feld, Franklin, McKinney, Ramon, and Glenn. White flag next time for the potent 11 car. 1 lap to go for Worldwide. Down the backstretch for the final time. And just like Aaron Willison in the sprint cars, Troy Globe sweeps the weekend in the midgets. Globe wins, Globe wins, Globe wins. Sawyer Lind second, Levi Levi Clark third, Brady Rogers fourth, Aaron Fell, Franklin, McKinney, Ramon, and Glenn. Not bad with just one yellow in 9 minutes and 9 seconds. How about a round of applause for the drivers of the mighty Agassiz Midgets? So just like Aaron Willison, Troy Globe sweeps the weekend. Troy Globe is now a three-time Fred Rannard Sr. Open Wheel Classic Midget champion. And not only the same two winners in the sprints and midgets both nights, same top three both nights. Willison, the winner over Cross and Globe in the sprint cars. Globe over Sawyer Lynn. Again, happy birthday, Sawyer, tomorrow. And Leadfoot Levi in third. Same top three both nights. Dwarf Cars still to come. The rivalry between Vancouver Island and the Okanagan, and throw in Daryl Highland from Surrey. Again, not much of a lineup at the concession stand right now. We're still open for business. Again, race fans, we will tell you too that after the Dwarf Car main event, if the weather still cooperates, we may surprise you with a couple more happenings on the racing track. So hang there with us. We're, as we said, we got to get into hurry-up mode because the main event's the most important thing. But this is the last main event, but it may not be the last race of the night. So hang in there with us. Here come the Dwarf Cars. The 47 car out of Surrey is Daryl Highland. Daryl Highland out of Surrey in the 47. Okay, folks, as we said, the only driver from the greater Vancouver area in this race, 47 car out of Surrey, is Daryl Highland. The number 15 machine, third last night out of Victoria. One of the nice guys in the sport, the 55-year-old John Meisner. Meisner, the 15, Victoria, the 51. He finished second here last night. Out of Kelowna, the man with two first names, that's Scott Drake. And of course, you know, everybody loves the Drake. The 18, the winner last night out of Penticton, Rick Taylor, like Willison and Globe, trying to sweep the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear it for these guys. The 21 car, your fast qualifier last night. Out of Victoria, that's Joel Brooks, the 21. And car number 9, representing Nanaimo, the Hub City, Tyler Peters. Not quite lined up properly, so we'll try it again. Okay, folks, survey time. How many cheering for the guy from Surrey, Highland? How many cheering for the guys from the Okanagan? How many for the Islanders? I usually say it at the start of the night. I'll say it now. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Dwarf kart racing on a Saturday night in the eastern part of the Fraser Valley. Could we get the same winner both nights? Could we get the same top 3 both nights in all 3 classes? You never know. Again, a big shout out to Aaron Fell's parents in Mexico. Ron, maybe tipping back a Corona right now? Maybe that sounds good on the beach. Ron, how about that? Hello to Agassiz Speedway superfan Gord and his mom Bonnie watching from Alberta. We miss you guys. We got a battle for the lead. Daryl Hyland and Rick Taylor takes the lead. The 64-year-old out of Penticton, like Willison, like Globe, trying to sweep the weekend. Hyland runs second. Meisner is third. Brooks, Drake, and Peters, who all joined myself, my brother, and Leslie McKellar for breakfast this morning. It's great continental breakfast in hotel lobbies. Wouldn't hurt them to throw in a little scrambled eggs and some bacon. But hey, the price was right. Bob Barker used to say, all quick rate, again, on cruise control, in his own area code, in his own zip code, his own postal code, depending which side of the border you're on. Full straightaway over second place Highland. Still, like last night, doing a nice job running second place. And a Meisner, Brooks, Drake, and Peters. Humming that tune all by myself, it's Taylor with the big lead as we work lap 10. Working lap 10. It's never that great math, but if my math is correct, that means we are 5 laps away from halfway. What a race for second. Here's the race for second. Hyland, Meisner, Brooks, Drake, and Peters. Again, it's Vancouver Island against the Okanagan and Surrey. Again, the battle for second continues as we hit the halfway point. 15 down, 15 to go. It's all Taylor, but it's Hyland, Meisner, Brooks, Drake. Toss a blanket over those 4. And then Tyler Peters in 6th. As we said, it's all Taylor, but it'll be Meisner, the 15, underneath Hyland and into second. Meisner now second. Hyland, oh boy, that's trouble when you get hung up on the high side of the racetrack and that freight train goes by you in a hurry on the inside. It's tough, as we said, when you get up out of that bottom groove, especially here in Agassiz. A little contact between Drake and Hyland, but we stay clean and green with 10 laps to go. 10 to go. Yes, Sean Holmberg, I agree with you, my friend. Glad you're tuned in. So he said, I can only imagine how many races you are watching tonight all over North America. Inside the final 10, Taylor for the first time getting into traffic. Oh, your second place car has got a few issues, some sparks coming out from underneath the 15 of Meisner. Look out! Meisner with trouble in turn number 3. Look careful, be careful. Oh my goodness, Taylor screaming through, just got by. Oh my goodness, that was close. Oh my. You know, when you go green that long, you're just waiting for the white flag, all of a sudden yellow. Taylor in his own area code, the second place car of Meisner, who ran third last night. Something was dragging, you could see the sparks flying. Then it all came to an end down the backstretch into turn 3. Meisner most likely done for the night. While running second, he finished third last night. The 55-year-old out of Victoria, racing here for the second time. So Rick Taylor, with the half-lap lead, certainly didn't want to see that. Obviously, neither did Meisner. We are under caution with 9 laps to go in the 18 of Taylor out of Penticton. Again, just like Aaron Willison, just like Troy Globe, trying to sweep both nights. It'll be the 21 of Joel Brooks, now second, the Victoria driver, who set fast time here last night. It'll be Drake, the 51, in third. He had a little scare down there in turn 1 after some contact with the 47 of Highland. 51 will run third. The 9 of Peters, fourth, in Highland. And the 9 of Peters, okay, no question, he got the hard luck award this weekend for the Dwarf Cars. Get a little of this, folks. Tyler Peters out of Nanaimo with no pit crew, comes over by himself to put on a show for us. He was on the 1 o'clock boat out of Nanaimo to Horseshoe Bay on Thursday. He wanted to get here for practice. Got here at like 9 o'clock. Huge accident, traffic tie-up in Langley. So that was Thursday night. So he missed practice. So anyway, he gets checked into the hotel. That was all okay. Had a good sleep. Goes out to the truck in the morning. The truck had been broken into. Busted up the lock, stole about $1,000 worth of tools. Took his insurance papers. So of course he had to quickly call home to make sure somebody wasn't breaking into his house because they knew he was over here. Then, so he kind of still gets here to the track. Then hot lapping last night has major problems in the rear end of the race car. If Rick Taylor hadn't had his welding gear here with him, Tyler in the 9 car would not have been able to race last night. As far as I know, everything went well at the hotel last night. He made it here tonight and he's racing. How about a hand for the 9, Tyler Peters, out of Nanaimo. And I want to personally thank Tyler, 41-year-old out of Nanaimo that's been racing Dwarf Cars for about 15 years. Because he was kind of the ringleader, helping bring 3 cars from Vancouver Island over here. Well, we mentioned Sawyer Lynn's birthday tomorrow. Also want to wish the one and only Ernie Shepanowski happy birthday tomorrow. Ernie, happy birthday from all of us. We mentioned Bunk McKay, Ernie also one of the pioneers of Agassiz Speedway. Folks, how about a hand for the driver of the 15 car getting towed back to the pit area, John Meisner. And we really appreciate these guys from the island making the effort to be here, because there was a dwarf car race on the island this weekend, but they chose to come here, and we thank them. And we really miss the two other guys from the Okanagan. They're probably watching tonight, Richard Brewer and Danny Carslake. They had problems. The Dwarf Car race in Penticton a couple of weeks ago. Couldn't get their cars ready. Guys, if you're watching, you probably are. We miss you. We want to see you back next year. Last year we had 14 Dwarf Cars here, and we look forward to at least that many, if not more, next year. Rick Taylor, Joel Brooks, Scott Drake, Daryl Hyland, Tyler Peters. And we are green again with 9 to go. It'll be 23 complete this time for Quick Rick. Taylor, Brooks and Drake, so it's Penticton leading Victoria and Kelowna. Again, it is a good battle for the runner-up spot. Brooks out of Victoria, Drake out of Kelowna, Peters, Nanaimo. And Highland. 5 laps to go in this one. He's raced here many times over the years, and he has won here many times over the years. For the former AMCA and Okanagan Dwarf Car champion, Taylor, as the battle rages for second. Scott Drake underneath Brooks in the second. So now we've got the same top 2 as last night, as Daryl Pareko, our flagman, reaches for the white flag, and he'll wave it in front of Quick Rick's 18. 1 lap to go for Rick Taylor. As everyone else takes the white flag, he's thinking checkered. Like Willison, like Globe, Rick Taylor wins both nights of the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. And for the second night in a row, Scott Drake runs second. Third will go to Peters in the line, and a podium finish for Peters over his good buddy Brooks, Highland, and Meisner. And again, race fans, that's it for the main events. We are going to have 3 trophy dashes. We got the trophies made, we might as well hand them out, right? So stay with us. Heck, it's only 20 to 8. I've nowhere else to go. Well, as we said, race fans, like Willison, like Globe, winning both nights of the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. From Penticton, put your hands together for Rick Taylor, your winner. And second place for the second night in a row, Scott Drake, the 51. And we mentioned all the tough luck for Tyler Peters of the Nanaimo, the number 9 car. On the last corner of the last lap, he gets 3rd place and a podium finish in the 9. So same top 2 finishers in all 3 divisions, both nights. Okay, folks, we got some money to give away, $440. But first, we got a runner-up ticket for an oil change, Jiffy Lube and Chilliwack, 2 locations to serve you. It's a white ticket. Again, this is the runner-up prize, not the big money. Just easy now. 111-3500. 111-3500. That's for the oil change. And for $440, it is a yellow ticket. Yellow ticket. 856-3696. Always get quiet when Reed, the 50-50 winner. $440, 856-3696. I don't know who the winner is, but I think I heard him or her. Hello to Brian Taylor. Remember that great racing family down in the Olympia, Washington area? Gosh darn it, we miss those guys. You know, folks, we still have great racing and good car counts, but we've said it all weekend. This race is just not the same without our American friends here with us. With them, we could easily have 25, 28 sprint cars, 15 midgets, 15 or 20 dwarf cars. You know what? We're going to get there. We're going to get there. If not next year, maybe the year after. Hey, Agassiz, who's ready for a few more sprint cars on the track? Okay, folks, your 4 fastest qualifiers. Let them hear you, race fans. Your dash cars on the pole. The 9N out of Cleveland, Matt Stevenson. The W5 from Agassiz, worldwide, Troy Globe. Second quick last night, the 82 Langley. Ray Jones, also Langley. Aaron Willison, 4 cars, 5 laps. Don't blink. You might miss it. Ah, yes, race fans, how sweet it is. Just listen to this. Toss a blanket. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Gosh darn it, anyway, he's gonna say, why didn't we just quit while we were ahead after the main events? Troy Globe, the winner. Damn it. Damn. Everything went so well this weekend. Buzzkill, damn it. He won both nights in the midgets, got into a sprint car for the first time this weekend, and was so impressive. Third both nights. That's the bad news. The good news, he climbs out of the car, but you know there is going to be heavy right side damage to that car that is based out of Kamloops and owned and normally driven by Jim White. Who's probably watching right now the family reunion up in the north part of Vancouver Island, but boy, that's a tough one to swallow. As you said, Congratulations to Andrea of the $440. In the 50-50. Yeah, as I say, folks, you know, obviously I'm friends with a lot of these guys and their families. Brian and Troy, they just, you know, they're one of our title sponsors every year for this race weekend. And such great guys. Brian's out of Glass and Abbotsford put so much into their racing operation, into the Agassiz Speedway, especially this weekend. And as we said, you know, they've had such a great year. They won all 6 races in the midgets, and Troy's always wanted to race a sprint car. Kevin Cole made it happen with his connections with Jim White. Troy, so impressive, practicing here Thursday at 3rd behind Willison and Cross last night and again tonight. And I know Troy is going to feel so bad because obviously the accident, you feel worse when it's somebody else's car. And I just hope the damage isn't too severe. But how about a hand for him again? Troy Globe, the car can be repaired. The main thing is it appears to be okay. All right, folks, again, so many prizes we've had to give away here this weekend. And kids, we got some more prizes for you. Thanks to my brother, he's got some real cool little Hot Wheels cars. Some of them are actually midget and sprint cars, just like we're watching here this weekend. And all boys coming up. How about a couple of girls as well? Let's go 5 boys, 5 girls. The first 10 kids, under 10, 5 girls, 5 boys. Got some nice little Hot Wheels, courtesy of my brother. Well, there you can see the W5 on the hook. 1995 Lejeune car built in Victoria. As we said, only driven by Jim White. Again, really hard to tell from our vantage point how bad it is. As I say, that's not including the weather. That's gonna put a damper on the weekend for those guys. But gosh darn it, you know they'll bounce back. And you know the owner, Jim White, I actually talked to him on the phone the other day because he called me to apologize for not being able to be here to drive that car himself this weekend. Of course, Jim White, son of the legendary Marty White. And you know, I'm just telling him, Troy Globe, you know, he knows his track as well as anybody. He'll make that thing go fast. And he said, you know, I told him, Jim told Troy, he says, don't mess around. I want you to try and win that race. And Troy was hammered down all weekend, as he always is. As we say, the car can be repaired. Good news, Troy Globe appears to be okay. So again, kids, come on up. We still got some Hot Wheels. Okay, folks, I have got a Evergreen Speedway Summer Showdown t-shirt to give away. Thanks to Doug Hobbs and company at Evergreen Speedway for sending that up this way. Where are the Indy cars racing tomorrow? Where are the Indy cars? Anybody, adult, kid, where are the Indy cars race tomorrow? I got an Evergreen Speedway t-shirt for you. The big 5/8s, the 3/8s, the Super Speedway of the West. Evergreen Speedway, and thanks to them again for their support this weekend. Where are the Indy cars racing tomorrow? It's a busy motorsport weekend around the country. NASCAR, Richmond, Virginia tonight. Again, Evergreen Speedway t-shirt if you're the Indy Cars race tomorrow. Not all that far from here. All right, folks. We will have a restart, a rare restart in a trophy dash. 1 down, 4 to go. So it'll be Stevenson, Jones, and Willison. And I will just say, be careful, guys. Green flag. Green flag. Oh, be careful. It is Stevenson. Willison looks low. Stevenson high. Lead change. Aaron Willison. Your new leader, Stevenson and Jones. That's Vanderbilt Wright used to say late night on CNN Sports. Look at them go. Not sure where Vanderbilt Wright ever ended up. It was fun to watch. Got a little Chris Berman in him. A Sunday drive on a Saturday night for Aaron Willison. Stevenson. And Jones. One more time, folks. Willison in that potent Randall Brothers Racing Triads Group, the King, Steakhouse and Bar, Taylor Custom Metal Craft, Beast. And that, the non-wing car, is the one that Casey Kane, Billy Boat used to drive. I think when he was out there doing the winged all-time track record, I said it was that one. Simply caught up in the moment with the all-time Agassiz track record. That's what it was, Brian Devers. Brian, that's what it was, you know, but as you told me many years ago, Brian, you said, Fred, you know, you're a good announcer and everything, but there's no room on the scorecard for excuses. And really, it's true. The final stats don't lie. Anyway, Willison wins. Willison wins. Willison wins. All right, I think I got a winner here. Sir, where do the Indy Cars race tomorrow?
Portland.
You got it, my friend. How about we fly down together? We can't drive. How about we fly down to Portland first thing in the morning, huh? Catch it.
Let's do it.
All right. What's your name?
Dave.
Where are you from, Dave? All right. Congratulations. Nice to have you here. Who's ready for the Mighty Midgets? For obvious reasons, Troy Globe is a scratch. Sawyer Lind, the 9S, the birthday boy tomorrow out of Abbotsford. The 77, the 17-year-old out of Langley. Leadfoot, Levi Clanton. From Chilliwack, the 03, not Tom Brady, not Aaron Rodgers. Brady Rodgers, green flag. Lind, Plant, Rogers. This is the final race of the night. Tom Sawyer Lind, Leadfoot Levi, and Brady Rogers. White flag, 1 lap to go. Hold on, wait a minute, I forgot about the Dwarf Cars. We've got Dwarf Car Dash next. Don't leave yet. I'm just so happy we can race tonight with the wet weather around. Checkered flag in the wind for Tom Sawyer Lind over Leadfoot Levi and Brady Rogers. Again, we thank Patty Bennett for making all the trophies this weekend. Patty Bennett should get a trophy for making the trophies because she had to make 24 this weekend. Top 3 in each class both nights. A dash in each class both nights. Hold on, let's see. 18 plus 6. Yeah, that's 24. How about a hand for Patty Bennett? One more trophies. She had to make. And you know what, folks, as we said, Troy Globe just an outstanding weekend here up until a bit ago. Sweeping both nights in the midget, 3rd place both nights in the sprint car. I nicknamed him Worldwide a couple of years ago because of his last name, Globe. And I got a real special little Hot Wheels car that actually says Worldwide on it. Autographed by Troy Globe himself. So, the first youngster up here, under 10. Where did Troy used to live? Where does he live now? I've mentioned it a few times. Where did Troy used to live? He still works there. Where does he live now? Autographed Hot Wheels car. It's like a Camaro from the 60s. It says Worldwide on it, and it's autographed by Troy. And thanks to my brother, man. These Hot Wheels cars, not Matchbox, Hot Wheels. And no, we don't include the orange track. Okay, I got a little fella here right now. Okay, Troy Globe, where did he used to live? Where does he live now?
Abbotsford, Agassiz.
How about that, folks? Little buddy, you know your stuff. What's your name?
Solomon.
Solomon, where do you live?
Coquitlam.
All right, buddy. Solomon from Coquitlam. Look at that. How cool is that? Already autographed. And if you're going to the pits afterwards, you know what? I might autograph it a second time for you. Nice work, buddy. Abbotsford, where he was born and used to live, now living right here in Agassiz. Worldwide, Troy Globe, and Solomon from Coquitlam wins the nice wheels. How about a hand for Solomon? Again, folks, one race left, the Dwarf Car Dash, and then, well, you'll be invited to the pit area, but only after we have trophy presentations and interviews for top 3. And again, race fans, we do remind you, as we said, kicking off a busy month of September, racing here at Agassiz Speedway. 2 races here this weekend, and we're back at it the next 2 Saturday nights. Next Saturday, a 4-division program featuring street stocks, mini stocks, Hornets, and midgets. And then 2 weeks tonight, the 25th championship night, a rare 5-division program late model stock cars also on the card. Street stock, mini stocks, engines, and Hornets. As always, gates open at 4:30, qualifying 5:30, racing at 6:30. Special welcome to our good friend Neil Hagquist out of White Rock, joining us, along with the most important person in his life. There might be a time between her and his dad. Anyway, glad you could join us, both of you. Welcome to Agassiz Speedway. And Neil, we'll get back to Deming one of these days, huh? We hope. All right, folks, this is the final race of the night. The 9, Tyler Peters, the 9, the 51, Scott Drake, Kelowna, the 21, Joel Brooks, Victoria, and the 47, Daryl Highland, out of Surrey. 4 cars for 5 laps. Out on hand for your drivers of the Dwarf Cars. Leslie, it's kind of sad actually. Last race of the night, last race of the weekend. But Leslie, we kept the rain away. We did it, we did it, we did it. Okay, folks, 4 cars for 5 laps, Neil. This is the Pizza Pie Man Trophy Dash. Nanaimo leading Victoria, Kelowna, and Surrey. Tyler Peters, Joel Brooks, Drake, and Highland. Nanaimo leading Victoria, Kelowna, and Surrey. Side by side, a couple of good buddies. White flag, 1 lap to go. 1 lap left in the night, 1 lap left for the weekend. And this is the 5th annual event of Dad's Race. Final turn, final time, for the first time this weekend. Joel Brooks wins. Peters second, Drake third, and Daryl Highland. Race fans, we've had a great rivalry between the Okanagan and the island of the Lower Mainland. Your winner out of Victoria, put your hands together for the final winner of this weekend, Mr. Joel Brooks. And folks, I gotta tell you, when we were standing here in the rain early this afternoon, I was trying to stay positive, I really was, but we were surrounded by some nasty looking clouds. But you know what? Aaron's mom, Terry always keeping us up to date, Terry Willison, got out the phone and she searched and searched and searched. The forecast was bad on like the first 4 sites she checked. Finally, she found a site that showed that we had like a 2 or 3 hour window of opportunity to get this thing in tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone at Agassiz Speedway and the drivers and the crews in all 3 divisions, and all of you, as I say, it is a team effort to get this in, especially on a day like today. How about a nice round of applause for everyone involved this weekend? And again, on behalf of my brother Rob, here all weekend, and my mom, Louise, that has been to a couple of races here this year, 90 years old, but it would have been a bit much bringing her out here for a full 3 days. She's here in spirit, and as I say, my entire family, just to thank you to all of you, and I mean all of you, for your support of this, the 5th annual Fred Rannard Sr. Open Wheel Classic. So if you're headed for the exit, I mean, don't rush away if you don't have to. It's only 8 o'clock. But if you do have to leave, thank you so much for being here. Drive safely. Don't forget, we race again here the next 2 Saturdays. Next Saturday, a 4-division program. 2 weeks tonight, championship night, a rare 5-division program here at the Agassiz Speedway. So we're going to have trophy presentations and interviews with your top 3 in each of the 3 classes coming up. And then you'll all be invited to get up close and personal with the cars and stars that you have been watching here last night and tonight. We look forward to doing it all over again next year for Agassiz Speedway's only all-open wheel event and our only 2-day show of the year. Anybody that still has their 50-50 ticket that didn't win the big prize tonight, I got one last prize to give away to you. It's we'll surprise you with it. Special surprise. Anybody who's still got their 50-50 ticket that didn't win. Prizes, prizes, prizes. Anyway, photos, interviews, top 3 coming up. Sorry, guys, I'm on the way. Hadn't done something since about 3 this afternoon, so I barely made it. All right, folks, as we said, sweeping the weekend in the sprint car division and setting the all-time Agassiz Speedway track record with the winged sprint car. It is the man that's a former Agassiz midget and mini stock champion, and as we said, now one of the best pavement sprint car drivers, not just on the West Coast, not just in North America, in the world. Aaron Willison. Aaron, as I said last night, welcome home, my friend. How much fun did you have coming back to the track where it all started for you?
Oh, Fred, we had an absolute blast. We're so thankful of all the management at Agassiz Speedway. The club that runs this place did an outstanding job. They were very, very accommodating to us all weekend, and we had an absolutely outstanding time.
Is it what you would thought it would be after not racing here for about 4.5 years and coming back here with not one but two sprint cars and all your great Rendell Brothers team from Victoria and, of course, your family from here in Surrey?
Yeah, it was great. It was great to be back here, and it's funny you miss the shotgun blast in the morning when you're not camping at Agassiz Speedway, right? So we had a great time. Getting back out on this track's fantastic. This place got a ton of character. It's had a couple of patches and small little repairs since I've been here last, so there's a couple little new things to pick up on, which was fun, and we really loved every minute of it.
Now, the sprint car race tonight, not quite as dramatic as last night, but tell us about it from your vantage point.
Yeah, we had a really good car tonight, and racing really hard with Matt Stevenson and Tyson Cross. Those guys did a fantastic job, and I got up behind Tyson. I was just kind of watching and waiting until we ran up on some lappers, and I just used a lapper to clean them off, and was on my way, I guess.
And the winged car, you bring it out here, and we know you'd practiced here with it before, but never with fans in the stands. And I guess 11.2 is where you got it down to. You thought you might be able to get 10s, but again, with the little moisture in the air and on the racetrack, that might have been the difference?
Yeah, that might have been the difference, and we brought a used set of tires that we had raced on in Victoria a couple weeks ago for Daffodil Cup, so we could put some fresher tires on it and pull a few tenths out of it. We just didn't have anything good sitting around right now, but maybe next time. We'll bring it out again. It won't be the last time.
I can't imagine there's much left of that right rear the way you had that thing smoking off the corners.
Yeah, it's pretty used up, but we don't need that one anymore.
Some great sponsors on both these cars. Tell us who they are.
We got Tri-X Group. Brian Baker does a great job helping us out. The keg on this car, the Greater Victoria keg locations, Jason Frost. He's a big supporter of racing in BC. And we got Smart Wash, Taylor Metal Craft, Philco Machine, and Tron Race Cars.
Okay, your season isn't over yet. Tell us, you got a real big race coming up south of the border in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're going to try and get down to Meridian, Idaho, and then to September here. So another attempt at crossing the border, and hopefully that goes well for us. We're going to run the Pink Lady Classic. It's going to be a 100-lap main event for the wing sprint cars, paying $20,000 to win. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun weekend.
20 grand to win. That might be like 30 grand Canadian. We wish you all the best, Aaron, and on behalf of all of us here at Agassiz, it's just been so much fun to have you back here, as we said, at the track where it all started. Thanks to you, your family. Thanks to the Rendell brothers and the whole team for bringing two cars over here. And I know, as I say, Dad is looking down upon us this weekend with just a huge smile on his face. Thanks so much, man.
Well, thank you, Fred. We're really happy to be here and racing your dad's honor.
Aaron Willison. And, as we said, folks, this could take a while, but we got time. Second, as we say, top two both nights, the same in both divisions. Top three, the same both nights. in the sprint cars and the midgets. Tyson Cross, again, first of all, just how thankful we got this thing in tonight, because it didn't look good early this afternoon.
No, you guys did a great job of pushing things through. Sorry for you fans not getting to run all the heats and qualifying all the other stuff that you come to see too, but really good job. We got to do what we got to do, right?
Tyson, come on over here in front of the camera. You always want to do well, but you always want to do well when you're close to home, and this really is your home track now, closest to Langley. Friends and family and all the sponsors, and he's got to be real happy, especially that race last night. I still can't believe it, and another solid second tonight.
Yeah, last night was a lot of fun. Tonight was fun too. Just had to bide our time a little bit and get up front, and racing with Maddie is always a challenge, because we're pretty much same age, same everything, and we've got some similar experience. These guys over here are just the class of the field. There's so much for us to strive for when guys like this show up, and we need to step up our game if we're going to catch up to them. But it was a lot of fun.
A lot of sponsors, a lot of crew that make it happen for you. Who are they?
You know what? I'd like to thank BWR, first of all, Bob Wales Racing, because we wouldn't be doing this without him. We had Cal Herdson that helped us out tonight. He bought us a set of tires. We got AMSOIL, Ideal Motor Oil, Fortin's, Speed Mart, Maple Ridge Motorsports that support us. And when in these COVID times, it's a challenge to have any sponsorship, and I really appreciate everybody that's helped out. And like I said, we couldn't be doing this without Bob Wills. This whole group is catered to what he does, and I really, really appreciate it. Our crew, I'd be here for an hour listing everybody off tonight. I am so proud of these guys. We're going to get some pictures here. Sawyer had a great week, his second week in this car, and we got a whole lot of seconds, and he won the dash. And I'm super proud of all of these guys.
And it's his birthday tomorrow.
And it's his birthday tomorrow. Should we sing happy birthday? But I'm so proud of these guys. I can't do it. I'm only a cog in this wheel, and I'm very, very, very thankful to have this team that we've put together, and it just keeps growing, and it's just us guys having some fun.
And just like Aaron, both your parents are here, so many other family members, and I see Darren Cooper, I see Jake Francis, of course your dad, and all the guys, and some of these guys on your crew, they go back really to the start of your career some 30 years ago.
Oh, absolutely, and it's really cool to have both Darren and Jason and have their kids here helping us out, and then my dad, of course, and Murray and Dale and Aaron and Sawyer, and then the list goes on. It's just awesome. That's why we're here, guys. That's why we're here, and this is what it's all about.
And Aaron's going to Idaho in a couple weeks. I believe you got one more left in Penticton, do you?
Yeah, actually, October 2nd, there's a race in Penticton, and we were announced tonight that it's actually October 2nd and 3rd. So it's going to change.
I guess that's the week before Thanksgiving, I believe.
Yeah, week before Thanksgiving, and we're planning on going. We'll just kind of see how things go finance-wise and weather-wise, and see if we can make it happen.
What do you think? Should we do this again here next year?
Absolutely. We got to get some good weather and get out of these challenging times so we can get some fans in here. I've got probably a couple dozen people that I know would have been here tonight that aren't here tonight just because of the weather. It's an hour and a half drive to get here for these guys, and like Doug Roots isn't here tonight, and he and I talked, and he's like, crap, I should have come, and just it's raining at home, so.
Nice job, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fred. Really enjoy you putting it on.
Tyson Cross. And Troy Globe joining me here right now, again, sweeping both nights in the midget. And just such an impressive performance in his first weekend in a sprint car. 3rd place behind Willison and Cross both nights. And first of all, and then the unfortunate accident in the dash. Gosh darn it, Troy. First of all, are you okay?
Oh yeah, all good.
How's the car?
You know, it's out, but everything can be fixed. You know, it's gonna go to Dean Warmadan's place, and we're gonna look over it, and we're gonna get a race ready again.
And of course, you're kind of wishing now that we had called it a night after the main event. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, well, you know, it happens. It is what it is. It's racing, and that's just part of it, right?
Putting that aside, though, if you can, just such an impressive weekend. You're now a 3-time champion of Dad's Race in the midget division, and 3rd place behind a couple of guys that have been doing this a long time in the sprint cars. And just congratulations, man. I know it's tough right now, as we said, buzzkill after all the great happenings this weekend to have that happen in the dash, but just congratulations on such a solid weekend in both cars.
No, it was a great time, and I appreciate the opportunity from the White family and Kevin stepping up to vouch for me to run the car. It was a great opportunity, and I'm absolutely grateful to be able to get in the wheel. And I've been waiting a long time for that phone call and the opportunity. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the drawing board. We're gonna fix her up and see if I get another one, right?
Thanks to you and your dad for everything you do for Agassiz Speedway and for my dad's race. We really appreciate it.
Well, this is the one we wait for all year long. So again, fighting the weather just like we always are every year. But we got her in, and make her better next year, right?
Nice job, Troy. Yeah, as we said, folks, same top three in the sprints both nights, same top three in the midgets both nights. It's his birthday tomorrow. Sawyer Lind, second both nights. Not a bad weekend behind Troy.
Yeah, I wish we could have got one more spot tonight, but second weekend out with the car, I'm pretty happy with how we're doing.
How different with the pavement car compared to the dirt car last year?
Huge difference. This car is hooked right up. I can drive it way further into the corner. I can get off sooner and can see it in our times. We're running a lot quicker in this car.
Who do you want to thank?
My dad, Troy, and his whole crew, Darren and Jason stepped up. They gave me a hand with the car. Aaron, Ideal Motor Oil, AMSOIL. Doug Roots, he helped out this weekend too. I think that's it.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you.
When's the celebration? Tonight?
Tonight or tomorrow, we'll see.
Okay, nice job, man. See you next week?
Probably, yeah. I think
All right, Sawyer Lynn, runner-up spot. Leadfoot, Levi Klatt, as we said, a winner on the dirt in Pemberton 3 weeks ago. And I believe it was third place up in Edmonton last weekend in the mini sprint. And third place 2 nights in a row here, Levi. And as we said last night, yes, Troy wins, but you and Sawyer and the rest of the guys not that far off the pace at all.
Yeah, no, we've been getting closer and closer every week. It's nice that he's only a couple tenths faster than us now. Yeah, getting a little too used to this third place thing. I think I got to move up a couple of spots.
Like some of these guys over their careers, but especially you this year, even though these times we're living in, dirt 1 week, pavement the next, midget, mini sprint, midget. Is it a tough transition back and forth?
First couple of times it is, but after that it's nothing. You just get used to it.
Who do you want to thank?
Chilliwack Ford, obviously. Rob, Marshall Motorsports, Company 22, the Cogswell family, just mom and dad, everybody that came out and helped us out, Cal, everybody.
Thanks for your support. You and your dad, 2 cars, all weekend long and all season long. Thanks for your support of Agassiz Speedway and my dad's race.
Absolutely no problem. Happy to be out here. It's been a great time.
Levi Klatt. Parents, Jeremiah and Dolly, always here and always involved. Okay, we're almost there, folks. Dwarf Cars. Now and again, same top 2 as last night with Rick Taylor and Scott Drake. Fast time last night, dash win tonight. Joel Brooks out of Victoria. You're telling me this is your first trophy in a dwarf car?
This is my very first trophy in a dwarf car.
How about that? But you got trophies in other classes at Western Speedway.
Not since I was about 18 and claimers and mini figure eights.
All right. How much fun did you have here this weekend with your whole family here with you? And, of course, meeting us for breakfast this morning.
It was just a blast. It was a great weekend. We love coming up here. We're going to be back here next year for sure.
On behalf of all of us, thank you guys for coming from the island to be with us here, and we're this bigger and better next year.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Joel Brooks. Like Aaron Willison, like Troy Globe, sweeping the weekend. Quick Rick Taylor in the Dwarf Cars. Rick, I guess that's 3 out of the last 4 here. Not a bad couple of years and not a bad weekend. Congratulations.
It's always a pleasure to be here. First, I want to thank, whoever's left. Thank you to the fans. It's great to see people out there. Thanks for coming.
And lots watching on YouTube. And the best part of this weekend, we beat the weather.
Just. It was great. We got it in. The track actually stood up pretty good. We weren't too bad in our race, but the big cars were sawing pretty heavy on their wheel.
And as we said, not as many cars this year, but that's going to change next year. We could have 15 or 20. We had 14 last year. But it was still a lot of fun. As we say, that great rival between you guys from the Okanagan and the guys from the island, and Daryl from Surrey.
Yep, it's always a great race, no matter how many we get. And it was good, hard racing today. Nice and even. I don't get to see the races except for that trophy dash. It was a great race. Tight, fast.
So as we said, you won last year on Friday. You won both nights this year. Any idea how many wins overall here at Agassiz? Because you started winning Dwarf Car races here before I started coming here.
There's been a few trophies.
6 or 7 or?
I have no idea. I lost count a long time ago.
All right, Rick. Thank you so much. And make sure you tell Richard Brewer and Danny Carslake we look forward to having you all back here next year.
We look forward to being here.
Rick Taylor from Penticton. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Second place for the second night in a row out of Kelowna, Scott Drake. Nice job.
Thank you very much. Awesome to be here.
You know, Rick was kind of in a league of his own here this weekend, but you guys had a heck of a race for second. Tell us about it.
You know what? We the cars were all pretty equal in speed. We just hammered it out, and there were a couple lucky breaks that I got. Wasn't expecting to be here in second, but couple lucky breaks, and that got me here, and awfully lucky to be here.
You told me before the races last night you really like racing on this track. What makes it so special?
You know what? It's number one. It's a great facility, nice smooth track, but it's just the right size for Dwarf Car. It's not a power track. It's a driver's track. It's a handling track. Some of the guys have a little more power in their engine, some a little less. This track, it doesn't matter.
Thanks for being here. Congratulations on 2 second-place finishes.
Thank you very much. We'll see you again next year. We'll definitely be back. Thanks again. We'll be back next year.
Scott Drake, Kelowna. Well, we told you about all the bad luck this weekend from from catching the ferry at Nanaimo 1 o'clock on Thursday and not getting here till 9 o'clock at night. His truck getting broken into at the hotel parking lot, and then having to, thanks to Rick Taylor, getting some welding done just so he could race last night. Tyler Peters out of Nanaimo. You know what? We told you the bad luck was all in the rearview mirror, and congratulations on a podium finish tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy, but especially some other guys had some bad luck in that race too. But they say you got to be there to finish, and with our class, you got to be there to finish, and it was good. And yeah, it's been a bad week. This is bittersweet for sure, because we worked hard, and especially the wife letting me do this. She doesn't come until I get one of these, and so maybe we'll get her out here some more. And it's been great, and I appreciate it. And we're here for you. So.
And again, too, we know Rick helped orchestrate getting the Okanagan guys down here. You were the ringleader getting some island cars over here. And as we said, last year we had 14 cars. Whole bunch of reasons we were down a bit this year. You know, the borders open up, we get the Americans up. 15, 20 cars, not out of the question next year, is it?
20 cars here is not out of the question.
That's just awesome. I'm glad the weekend ended on a positive note. Safe travels home, and we'll see you next year, man.
Yes, you will, for sure. And thanks again to the track. This was an awesome race.
Tyler Peters, congratulations. Thanks to Bob Unger, no relation to the former St. Louis Blue, Gary Unger. And Art Boyle for holding up winner's circle signs. All right, folks, I think we're done. Thanks for your patience up there. To all of you, Rob, come on over here, buddy. So, thanks to all of you for being here in person. Thanks to all of you watching online on the YouTube channel. What a weekend for the 5th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. Somehow we did it. We beat the weather and just incredible racing both nights. We look forward to seeing all of you from all over Western Canada and all of our American friends from the Northwest states. We will be back here together next year. And again, just thanks to everybody that made this happen, from Agassiz Speedway officials to everyone with the Dwarf Cars, the Sprint Cars, and the Midgets, and all of you great fans out there in person or in YouTube land. We just thank all of you so much. Don't forget, we've got 2 more races at Agassiz Speedway here this year. The next 2 Saturdays, a 4-division program next week, and a rare 5-division program, Darrell, on championship night in 2 weeks. That'll be on the 25th. As always, Sean Edwards and Brian Devers. Gates open at 4:30. I know this is tough to follow sometimes. Gates open at 4:30, qualifying 5:30, racing at 6:30 the next 2 Saturdays. Congratulations again to all of our winners here this weekend. Race fans, thanks so much for joining us. Now at this time, on behalf of all of us here at the Agassiz Speedway, my entire family, including my brother Rob, my mom Louise at home, and all of us here, I'm Fred Rannard Jr. saying good night. We'll see you back here next year for the 6th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic, and next Saturday night back here for regular season competition. Good night, everybody.